Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about drawdown. I have made one video in drawdown, how to calculate drawdown in Excel, and I'm going to put that video link in the description so that you guys can go and check it out. So it's explained all the details information about drawdown, and we will see how to calculate the drawdown there. Today in this video we will talk about how to calculate the drawdown in Python. Let's go and see. So this is the Python code to calculate the drawdown. I'm going to use the same data that we have used in our previous video to calculate the drawdown in Excel. So here I have written down two Python, two different way to calculate the drawdown in Python. This is option one, this is option two. So either way approach that you do, the drawdown has to be same. So let me first run quickly and show you the drawdown result. If you see here in the option 1, the drawdown is 6.47, and in the option 2, the drawdown is 6.47. So as I have used the same Excel file, I mean the same data, what we have used in our previous video to calculate the drawdown in Excel, the answer has to be same in the Excel. So let's go back and see the Excel file. So this is the drawdown that we have calculated in Excel, and the drawdown was 6.47. So in either way, either you calculate in Excel or Python or any approach that you do, the answer has to be same. So that is what it is. So let me go back to the code and show you guys how to what I have done and how we calculated the drawdown in Python. So before that, just a quick recap what we have done in our previous video. And how you calculated the drawdown in Excel. So just a quick recap. So what we have done is, we just first calculated the cumulative PNL, from the PNL, which is basically keep adding the value here. So 35004, and here is 13054, because we are just adding 3504, then 9550, and then we are subtracting 1859 from 13054 to get this value, right? And you know how to calculate the cumulative. So I'm just quickly going through it, because in details explanation I have already given in my previous video, and as I told you, I'm going to put that video link in the description. Please go through that video. I'm just very quickly I'm just going through, so that there will be sync in between the Excel calculation and Python calculation. That's why I'm just going through it. So, and then we have calculated the equity value here. So the equity value is basically, we are saying that, okay, if we started our initial investment is 1,50,000, and then what is the value on each day we are getting on the first day. At the end of the first day, we are ending up with a value of 153,504, because we are getting a PNL of 3,504. So if you keep adding this cumulative value with your equity value, you are getting the cumulative equity value every day, right? That's what we did here, if you see the formula. And now what we are doing, we calculated the peak. So peak is basically, what is the maximum value of my equity till that day. So what it means is, so this day I'm calculating the maximum value from this one to this one. This day I'm calculating the maximum value from this to this. This day I'm calculating the maximum value from here to here, right? So what it means is, let's say coming to this day, 9th of January 2015. So what is happening? So on 9th of January 2015, you got a PNL of 1856. I mean minus 1856. That's a loss. But your cumulative value was 9339. It means that till 6th of till 9th of January, what was your total PNL that you generate? You generate 9339 total. From 2nd of January to 9th of January, you got total PNL of 9339. Now if you could have been invest 150k on the day one, so you will end up with 159,339 on the 9th January 2015, right? So that was what it is. Now we are saying that, okay, on 9th of January, we are ending up with our equity of 159. If we could have been invest 150,000, because we got so far 9339 as a total PNL, that's okay. But what was my peak till that period, I mean till that day. Peak in the sense, what was my highest equity I have gained till that time. So if you see here, 163,054, this amount was gained on 6th of January. Okay, so I am saying on 9th of January my equity value is 159, but on till that day on 6th of January was the highest equity gained I have so far. Okay, if that is the case, so then 163,005 was the highest equity gain, and that was the peak for me. Now if I will see in a percentage term, that will be minus 2.28%. How it is happening? Because if you say on 9th of January, I got 159. That's okay. But till that day, what was my peak? My peak was 163,054. Okay, which is 3715. Now, if I will get the percentage change, so this divided by my highest gain so far into 100, right? That is coming under 2.27, which is like almost 2.28. That's what I've gained, right? You understand how 2.28 is calculated, right? This is 2.27. Now, each day I will calculate my drawdown in that way. What is the percentage change or percentage, loss that is happened so far? So each day I will calculate like that, and then I will take, okay, when was the maximum I have, when was the maximum value. So if you see the maximum, so I mean the maximum value in the terms, as this is minus, so obviously I will take the minimum value, which is 6.47, right? So that is what we have. I have already explained. Simultaneously also I have showed you, four different way how you can calculate the drawdown in Excel, and I have also showed you that either way approach you do, the drawdown has to be same. So all these things has been already explained in my previous video. Also I have explained you the detailed concept of drawdown here and all these things. So please, if you have not gone through that video, please go through that video. I will definitely highly recommend, please go through this video. And thank you so much that you guys put a lot of comment in that video, that I have explained in these things in a very fundamental way, and you guys understood that. So in that way I have really thankful to you, and really thanks for that. So now let's quickly come to how to calculate the same concept of how to calculate this drawdown in Python. So what we have done here in Excel, we are going to do the same thing in Python, but then we are going to use pandas as the Python libraries, and see how we are doing. Okay, so so first I have import the file here. So to import, you have to for the import you have to use the pandas library pd.read csv. You are just reading the csv file, and sorry, and the csv file is the same exactly csv that the Excel file that I have used here, right? So, and this is my path where I have saved my file, and the file name was drawdown.csv. So this is the syntax where you can so import the file. So now let's see, once you've done that, and I'm saving this things, everything, into the variable called data. So now let me see how my data looks like. So this is my data. Okay, you can see date column, PNL points, and lot size, and PNL. And this is what it is: date, PNL points, lot size, and PNL. Okay, so this is the same data as you can see here as well. Okay, now next step, what we have done here is, I am saying my initial investment, I am putting my initial investment is 1,50,000. That is what it is here. Okay, and here I'm just saying, okay, I'm just creating one new column, and the new column is cumulative PNL. That is basically what it is happening is it taking the PNL column, and then the function is COMSUM. By doing this, okay, if you go up here and run this code, so by doing this, so what will happen, how your data looks like. So your data will be like this. So your cumulative PNL column will be generated, and it will keep adding the value, like 3504 will be here, Again 3504 plus 9950 is 13054. Then 13054 minus 1859 will be 11. It will be keep like doing like that. That is what we are doing here in Excel, like this. Okay, if you see here, the Excel is basically is equal to D3, then we are saying E3 plus D4, then we are saying E4 plus D plus, and then we are doing like that. Okay, so this is what we can do in Python. Now coming to what we are doing here is, now we are calculating the equity column. So what we are doing is, like, if our initial investment is, like, I'm just running the code again so that you guys can understand. So I'm saying simply my initial investment is 1,50,000, and then I'm saying my I'm just creating a new column which is like equity column, and then I'm saying whatever the data is there for cumulative PNL, I'm just adding the initial investment into that. So if you do that, then I'm saying let's see how my data looks like. So this is what my data looks like now. The equity column has been created, and whatever the data was there, I'm just simply adding 150K into this. So this is what the equity column here is, and that is what it is in the Excel as well. Now coming to the peak. So this is a little bit tricky in Python, not exactly tricky, but if you are new to Python, then it is a little bit you need to understand. So listen this very carefully, what I'm trying to tell you. See, peak, when we are calculating peak, right? So basically what we are doing here, we are calculating the maximum value from here to till that row, right? So here we have each row. Now how to do that? How to calculate the maximum value from row number 0 to, let's say, we want to calculate the maximum value till row number 3. So how to calculate the maximum value from row number 0 to row number 3? Again, when it will come to row number 4, how to calculate the maximum value for row number 0 to row number 4, like that. How to do that? So there is one simple function is there, which is we generally call that commax function. Okay, so in this commax function, you can easily do that. So what we are doing, we are just adding one more column, and the column name is peak, and we are saying whatever the value is there in equity column, you just need to calculate a cumulative maximum value to that. Okay, so if you do that, then we can just simply say this is what it is. Now we have got the peak column, and it will keep calculating the cumulative maximum value, right? So on the row number 1, the maximum value from 0 to 1. On row number 2, the maximum value from 0 to 2. The row number 3, the maximum value from 0 to 3, like that. And that is what is happening in cumulative function. Now if you see the peak value here, it will exactly match with this peak value. Okay, now this is done. Now coming to the drawdown. Again, as I told you, drawdown is simple. What is the drawdown concept? Is like, what is the a percentage change that has been done from my peak to that day equity, right? So that is simple. So now you can simply calculate the drawdown, and you can multiply with the 100 to get the percentage. So now we are calculating, the drawdown column here. So if you see the data, now we can see this is the drawdown column. So what we are doing, what is they doing, simply my equity minus my peak. Okay, so that is I'm getting the value divided by my peak into 100. That is my percentage I'm calculating. So this is what it is. Now drawdown hand. Now I'm saying what is the maximum drawdown that has been done in drawdown column. So then I can simply say, I can just run this, and I can tell, like maximum. So as this is in as this is in minus, so obviously you have to put the minimum, right? So now if you see the drawdown, that is happening 6.47. So this is one way to calculate. You can put everything into one cell just to make it little better. So this is how you can calculate in Excel. And if you see, your max drawdown is 6.47, which actually we have calculated also here. Now let me see where exactly it is. I have already shown this everything in my last video in this Excel, but anyway, so this is 6.47. This has been done. So what that 6.47 means is, on 2nd of August 2017, I got the maximum drawdown of 6.47. So don't be confused that 6.47 is not, a percentage loss from this 1,50,000. No, it's not. It is the percentage loss from your maximum value so far you have done till 2nd of October, 2nd of August. I hope you guys are understand what I've explained to you guys, right? So this is what it is. Now let's go to another way how you can calculate the drawdown. Okay, this is the option one I have shown you. Now coming to the option two. So in the option two, anyway, we have calculated the equity. Till this one, everything is same. There is no changes into it. So what I'm saying is here. So now you can see the data. So I'm keeping the same as like the equity column is as same. There is no change. So calculating the peak and drawdown, I'm showing a different approach because the PNL cumulative PNL equities, there is no other app. I mean, it's a very simple way, and you can do the same way. So now here, what I'm doing is right. So basically, what I'm doing is here. Um, so this is the one. Okay. So now your data is this. So first of all, let me show you the other approach to calculate the peak. So what I'm doing here. So as I told you earlier, there is a cumulative cumulative cum max function, right? This cum max function is was there way to calculate the peak. Now there is another way to calculate the peak, which is rolling window. So rolling window in pandas is basically if you are from data science background or if you are a kind of quantitative trader, so you know how we use rolling into calculating our simple moving average or a lot of things. So rolling concept is basically it will keep rolling the windows. Like, so if I starting from this row 0 to 1, if I will give windows 2, right? So it is 0 to 1, then again 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, like that. So if I'm giving my windows is, let's say 4 or 3, let's say windows is 3, so 0 1 and 2, this 3 column it will sum. Again from here this 3 column it will sum. But here a little bit tricky is there, that we are saying my first row has to be same, right? From 0 to 2, again 0 to 3, again 0 to 4, like that. So how to do that? So here, instead of fixing the windows number, what we need to do, we are just simply writing length of our this equity column, right? So if here the length will be 0 and 1, the length will be 2. So here the length will be 3. You know what I'm saying? So in that way, if I will fix my window will be decide on my length, then obviously what I'm doing is basically on this day I'm just simply taking the maximum from 0 to this 2, and then on here I'm saying 0 to here, like that. So this is what we can use also. So if you run this, right, and then you can simply see this. Now this peak 2 has already been, if I just run this code, and then you can see the data. So if you see this peak 2, so this peak 2 is exactly same as the peak 1, right? So you can use also this syntax or this formula as well. Now once that is done, there is no difference calculation on that, on calculating the percentage. So there I have calculated simply my equity minus peak divided by peak into 100. Here I am saying basically equity divided by peak minus 1. This is the same, there is no difference. So once this is done, so now you can see I have also calculated the drawdown 2 here, and then you can see what is the minimum value of the drawdown. So if you run this, now you can see print your max. So print max dd, so it will give you the exactly same result as well, which is minus 6.47. So this is what, so either way approach you do, whether you calculate in Python or Excel or anything. So we are using Python just because when there is a large data set, obviously your Excel can't handle it, so obviously you have to use some programming language. So that is the reason. Or else if you already know how to calculate in Excel, there is no need of Python also. The only reason is when there is a huge data set, obviously you have to move to Python or any other programming language. So the bottom of the storyline is basically, either way approach you do, the drawdown has to same, and you have to understand the drawdown concept. I have seen a lot of video in internet, YouTube's and all, and they are really making, very big, complexity is, I mean, they're making it very difficult to make you understand. And it's a very simple concept actually. So anyway, so I have explained these things in the very fundamental way. I have calculated the drawdown in four different way in Excel. I have calculated this drawdown in two different way in Python. I hope after watching these two video, you should not even think about how to calculate drawdown in Excel or Python. You should understand this is a very fundamental way. And still, if you have any question or any doubts regarding Excel or Python, just do put the comment. I definitely revert back to you, and I will help you, in any ways, I can help you out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you understand now the whole concept of drawdown. So I'm going to make another couple of video in drawdown, that how to put this drawdown in a visualized manner. I'm going to use some of the Python library like matplotlib and all kind of things. So maybe you guys can, if you are interested to plotting this, you guys can watch those videos as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe, and put comment also, if you have any doubt, so that I can make videos on that part as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks guys.